Chapter 77 The Emissaries. By the winds, or angels, or the messengers of Allah, sent forth one after another. And by the winds that blow violently. And by the winds that scatter clouds and rain. And by the verses of the Quran that separate the right from the wrong. And by the angels that bring the revelations to the messengers, to cut off all excuses or to warn. Surely, what you are promised must come to pass. Then when the stars lose their lights, and when the heaven is cleft asunder, and when the mountains are blown away, and when the messengers are gathered to their time appointed. For what day are these signs postponed? For the day of sorting out the men of paradise from the men destined for hell. And what will explain to you what is the day of sorting out? Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. Did we not destroy the ancients? So shall we make later generations to follow them. Thus do we deal with the mujrimun, polytheists, disbelievers, sinners, criminals. Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. Did we not create you from a despised water, semen? Then we placed it in a place of safety, womb. For a known period, determined by gestation. So we did measure, and we are the best to measure the things. Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. Have we not made the earth a receptacle for the living and the dead? And have placed therein firm, and tall mountains, and have given you to drink sweet water. Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. It will be said to the disbelievers, depart you to that which you used to deny. Depart you to a shadow of hell-fire smoke ascending in 3 columns. Neither shady, nor of any use against the fierce flame of the fire. Verily, hell, throws sparks, huge as Al-Khazar, a fort or a huge log of wood. As if they were yellow camels or bundles of ropes. Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. That will be a day when they shall not speak, during some part of it. And they will not be permitted to put forth any excuse. Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. That will be a day of decision. We have brought you and the men of old together. So if you have a plot, use it against me, Allah. Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. Verily, the muttaqun, the pious, CV.2, shall be amidst shades and springs, and fruits, such as they desire. Eat and drink comfortably for that which you used to do. Verily, thus we reward the muhsinin, good doers. CV.2, 112. Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. O you disbelievers! Eat and enjoy yourselves, in this worldly life, for a little while. Verily, you are the mujrimun, polytheists, disbelievers, sinners, criminals. Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. And when it is said to them, bow down yourself, in prayer, They bow not down, offer not their prayers. Woe that day to the deniers of the day of resurrection. Then in what statement after this the Quran will they believe?